iProperty Group is the leader in online advertising for real estate across Southeast Asia and the Hong Kong region. The company is around since 2003, did an IPO in 2007 and turned profitable in 2014 and is now also cash flow operating positive. iProperty Group has in each market the leading online portal, which has the biggest market share of the online spend. So in Malaysia we have 80% market share, in Hong Kong 70% market share, in Thailand and in Indonesia approximately 45% market share of the total spend which real estate agents and developers do online. We also have 90% of the agents signed up in Malaysia, 80% of the developers signed up in Malaysia. So we really dominate the markets, and what we are doing is we are converting print dollars to online dollars in the same way as REA has done it in the past, and we're also providing additional services to the industry to make the industry more efficient and to help sell properties faster and in a more efficient way. The key difference between the Australian real estate market and the Southeast Asian and Hong Kong real estate market is developers dominate our markets in terms of advertising spend. So on average, developers spend 3 times more money for marketing their properties, the new properties, than real estate agents do. In Australia, it is exactly the other way around. What that means for us is we need to have solutions which suit both the developers in order to participate in that growth. The developer business is fundamentally different to the agent business. So the primary market or market for new properties is different than the market for existing properties. In the market for new properties, it's all about speed, helping developers sell properties at a minimum price at the highest volume possible. How can we help? We've got the data about what the market looks like. We know exactly what people are looking for per suburb, per street at the very moment from our portals. We can provide that data and aggregate that data for the developers and help them build and construct properties which sell faster. On top of that, we also grow the agent business the same way as REA has grown it. As we are across Southeast Asia and Hong Kong region, not every market is in the same stage. So for us, it's a great opportunity to apply all the learnings from other markets at different stages and create a really strong sustainable growth. So the market opportunities, we are targeting primarily the advertising budget for marketing of properties, both from developers as well as agents. The opportunity is twice as big as the Australian advertising budget, and it is growing rapidly. So it is a significant opportunity. Also, the conversion of offline print and signboard dollars to online hasn't happened at the same rate as in Australia yet. So another massive opportunity. Only around 7% of the total spend is spent online. In Australia, it's 60%. If we add to it that our market is at least twice as big, is growing fast, has a population which is 15 times bigger than the Australian population, and sells twice as many houses, then you realize what a great opportunity iProperty has and how well positioned iProperty is as the leader in these markets. It's very essential for us that we innovate on an ongoing basis and really help this developer market which we focus on to grow fast. One of our latest additions are iProperty goggles. iProperty goggles allow people, potential buyers, to look through and walk through almost properties. What they are is standard iPhone or Samsung phone is being used and creates a virtual reality, a 3D augmented reality where the person looking through the goggle can actually turn his head and he turns around in the newly to be built apartment, can swap from room to room by press of a button and get a real good impression about how the apartment is going to look like. It's very easy to build. All we need is a floor plan and a couple of pictures of the potential new apartment, and we can turn it around in a very fast time. What it does is it allows us to address a much larger market, also an overseas market. People buy off the plan if they have the ability to walk through or look through a apartment. It is more likely they're going to buy this apartment. The demand for these iProperty goggles during the initial phase was very, very large. We will start marketing it from 1st of June onwards. iProperty IQ is another piece of great innovation out of iProperty Group. What it is, it's our big data project. We are providing for developers both supply and demand data and helping them sell their properties faster. I've been speaking to a developer in Hong Kong, in Kowloon, and he told me that had he had this data when he built the project, he would have not put so many 2-bedroom units into this apartment block, but rather 1-bedroom units and a couple of 3-bedroom units. The sale of that project would have been much faster and much more successful, and that's how iProperty can help developers in their specific needs, not just with advertising products, but also with products during the planning stage, data products, but what we also have is actually then products to sell. So we are in a position to really help market those products and find potential buyers for these products, and with partner agents are also in a position to really sell properties. For 2015, we expect an acceleration of the growth for iProperty Group. So we've given the market guidance around our revenue expectations to be in the area of a 40 to 60% growth for the year, which is a significant uplift over past growth rate. We're also quite confident that this is a sustainable growth pattern. We've seen this with other portals around the world. There comes an inflection point at which strong, sustained growth starts when a critical mass has been reached, and we do believe we have reached the critical mass in the markets of Malaysia, in the markets of Thailand, as well as in the markets of Hong Kong, and we are positioned well as clear leader in Indonesia to reach that point in the very, very near future.